G'day everyone, welcome to another build tutorial. Here we'll be building this Hilux from, try to replicate the one from the old Back to Future movies. Slightly different to the F-150 build, a few suspension modifications, just small ones. This will be a longer build. Chances are I'll have to jump backwards and forwards from the actual truck here and try and remember what I've done. But the suspension seems to be working all very well. There is a few glitches sometimes when you're actually loading the car in with the sides not what do you call it, meshing into one another, I guess. But anyway, we'll get into the build. Alright, so start off with some engines. Here we go. Oh, actually, mirror mode, engines. Let's choose a color, darker color, and directly onto the back of that we'll get some thrusters, space thrusters. Oh, I forgot to select the color. There we go. Here. Start mounting some of the control arm parts. Alright, some hinges, we'll zero these out. I just like starting off with the lower control arm hinges. The first one's side to side, next one's up and down like that, and then for the upper control arm, which then try and line these all up in the same row, that will sort of lock the axle in place. You won't have too many moving parts, while it reduces like some of the angles that your axle needs to go through. Just will remove some of the jank that you get from there. Continue with actually the center part. Okay, so it's at a 1x3 pipe, and try and keep the center of gravity as low to the ground as we can. We'll put a weight block. Actually, we'll put that one forward. In between that, we'll get a steering rotating survey. There we go. Alright, stick that behind there, and we'll also zero this out. There we go. So this will be the diff. And here the diff, yeah, it'll just be going directly up and down. You won't need any other hinges in there. All we want out of this is the up and down motion and rotation. And now we'll continue with the axle. Get a flat connector 1x3. There we go. Now get some pipes. That's pretty much your steering connector, or steering hinge, sorry. Steering hinge there. And what did I do here? I think we need another zeroed out hinge from here, and we'll have it positioned like so, side to side. Place that in between, and another flat connector just to connect that underneath like so. Actually, what we need is one of those star, what is it called? Here we go. Tube T-cross. There we go. So now, get an elbow on the back of that. Grab this flat connector here. Place it there, and this will be for your spring mounting. I did have, in the original 150 build, put an armor, 2x2 armor block here, but it tended to catch on the terrain. As you're going over, all of a sudden bump into that and just stop it from going anywhere. So the flat connectors are best to be placed on the bottom here. Alright, so get another flat connector. We'll continue with the trailing arms. Get a T-piece in here. There we go. Get it up and down, and side to side, and some tube. There we go, and that's that. Okay. Continue with the spring suspension setup. There we go. What do we got? Here we go. Alright, just gonna configure dampening up to 20, stiffness 30. Next one up. 0.8 for now. Alright. That's back. There we go. One north-south, another one east-west. And put a little 1x2 armor block, shield block on there. And we need a piston. Alright, piston, facing that way. Figure, start position 0.7. Make another one. This one 0.8. Yeah. Alright. Okay, so that's the front suspension sorted. Now just continue with the body part. What have we got? 1x4. Sure, is that a 1x4 or a... sorry, a 4x4 or a 3x4? Don't think it's quite that one. Might actually be 2x4. Alright, place that there. Make the back half of it 1x4, 1x2. Actually, what we can do is take mirror mode off, and we'll copy and paste that to the back. So, there we go, and So with the rear, we can change this around a little bit. Take that away. One by one pipe in there. On there too. There we go. Alright. Now we'll get that connected up. Try and keep the weight down as much as possible. These little blocks, they don't weigh too much, thankfully. Alright, that there. Oh, actually, after all that, don't forget to put mirror mode back on again. And there we go. Okay, I'm going to pilot seat on there. A bit, and we can test this out. Oh, may as well paint the wheels there. White. I should say. Doesn't really work out whether you got it in the middle or not. Oh, that'll do. Down a bit more, so we can have a look, see if the suspension is actually still a bit too light. Seems to be working. It's hard to tell without all the weight on there from the body. Just chuck these back up again for now. Alright, that. Okie dokie. Now we'll start with the body. Oh, actually, just configure these to X. Yeah. Continue with the body. Apologies for any wind noise that might be coming through. We have a cyclone just off the coast here in Queensland, Australia. Waiting for that to come through sometime tomorrow morning. Okay, did I select? That there, okay. Body panel up to that. And 1x3 block. So in here we're going to put some pistons in to piston glitch the side of the cars in, so that we can get it a little bit narrower than the fenders. The fenders seem to be in the right position when I've made it, so it doesn't all stick out too far. Okay, what have we got here? Might go with making the cab and the roof so 1x4 slope. That one can just stay in the air for now. 1x3. Whoa. Okay. Have the C and B pillars of the cab. Okay, there. Now, a couple of those. Grab a 4x4 slope, or wedge, sorry. This is all to try and keep the weight low, like instead of using like your full blocks, try and keep the weight as low as possible. Okay, now grab a piston, just so we know where to build the body to. I think that was point 3. I'll double check that actually. Point 2. Okay. Go with making the fenders for it. Oh, actually, should we make the A pillars? Get a knot gate right in the middle. No, sorry, not a knot. Put that in there. And how do I do that? 1x2 wedge just here. And grab another one of these. 1x2. Just place that there for now to keep it all connected. Now a 1x3. See? Make it another wedge. 1x3 wedge. Place that in there. And get a fresh steering hinge. Place that in here. Move mirror mode. Face the green arrow to the back. Mirror mode back on. Configure. I think 29 was pretty good with this. Okay. Just flick those to on. Okay, all of these. This one glass, colour to it, and now we need an L bracket wherever they are, frame. We'll change the colour. Also make it glass. Okay, bring that up here. And get some wedges on here. And some brackets to hold them together. Or flat connectors. Alright. Okay. Alright, now we can maybe make the fenders. So need a yep. 1x2, 1x3, and then some rounded ones for the ends, like so, and some inverted for the inner. There. And just to give this a little bit of definition, put a decal on there. Rotate 180. Increase the size right up. just a little fiddly. I should have probably selected these two. Oops. Size 8. That. Rotate 180. What's going on here? Didn't even choose the right colour. Alright, that'll do for now. Okay, that's the rear guard done. Just copy and paste just the front part. Don't think we need the what's it done here? Yep. So put an L bracket in there, or actually, oh, I can use maybe a 1x3 slope. Where are we? That might not be what I've used. We'll just continue with, see how we go with that. Alright. Seems to be working alright. Alrighty. Now, we'll go and make the rest of the vehicle, or the body that will end up glitching through the fenders just a little bit. Okay, what do we start with? Maybe start with these. There. Alright. And need some rounded blocks. That looks about right. This one here, we'll go with a rounded corner, like so, and might put a rounded on the bottom here. So that'll be a part of the indicator there. Okay, now. I always get myself lost in these bigger builds. Okay, there. Is that right? Yep, it seems to be pretty good. Right, and what we can do is put like a nice center line here. Decal. Oh, there we go. See if that is alright. Yeah. Pretty close. Alright. Yeah. We gotta work out whereabouts we're gonna put this bonnet here. There's a couple of these front grills. Like so. One by two to connect those up. Maybe. Two more. Make the headlights and see where we're at. I think what we need is an extra one here, so when they blend, when the sides come in, it pushes nicely. Yep, very good. What have we got here? Cool. Clear. I'll use some glowing decals here. Which one's which? Okay, not that one. What? Turn it 90 degrees. Increase the size of it. I wonder if this will work. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good. And on here we can put the indicator decal, which I just use the same actual decal for. Set that 90 degrees. See if that's about right. Could be a bit smaller. You can see a little bit of the other part of the decal there, but that's close enough for the build. Okay. Now, what's happening here? Yeah. So when you load it in, you have to make sure that you don't touch any of the controls, otherwise something weird might happen. Like so. But it come good. Alright. So what do we got here? Alright. Just put some pipes for the front bumper. Some T-pieces. Right there. Oh wait. Oh, we're gonna need more, aren't we? Make a little front bar for it. So 1x4 there. I'll throw a couple of spotties on here. Headlamps. I'll pick it's probably a bit much. Oh, what the heck. What on earth have I done here? Okay. That'll do. Throw a couple for the roof. There we go. Need a couple of wedges down below. Bash plate. Give it a decal here. Make it look like it's got a air vent or something. Oops. Oh gosh. Trying to align these. Alrighty. Yeah. Might as well put a couple of wedges just for the bonnet. Give the bonnet a little bit of a bulge and copy pillar connectors, and we want these to go forward. Mirror mode off again. Green facing forward. Figure. We'll set these to maybe 7 degrees. Might be alright. Alright. Bonnet lid. Mirror mode back on. Maybe a slope rounded piece like this. Just, oops. Ah, I didn't connect them. Yeah, those two. Yeah, 7 degrees maybe. Alright, so we're back here. So 1x2s. 3 like so. And then slope there. And single rounded. Yeah. Put a decal in here, give it a tail light. Go back to one of these. Put on the other one. There we go. Curve it around the corner a little bit. Cool. Alright. Alright, and now we're up to the back part. Here I've had a few issues with things going a little bit haywire. I did have a rear roll bar on here, and it seemed to work alright, and then I did some modification. The whole build ended up not wanting to play the game. So I ended up leaving the rear bar out altogether. We do need a tailgate. I had 4 individual 1x4s, or 8 I should say. Just because of the design that I had on the back here, but you can, to reduce your part count, you can reduce that down if you like. Yeah, I'll just see if this works. Yeah, see, it's already starting to not like it. Yeah, starts getting a bit, maybe it's because I've got the other car loaded in there. I have to remember how I did the back part here. alright. There we go. So that's pretty much the main vehicle there. Now you can see that there's a lot of weight that is in the body. Now the suspension's actually leaning in and bouncing like it should be. Just down a little rear bar. Just notice that hit there. Might move these up a bit. Move these up by one maybe, so that your rear axle doesn't hit that when you're going over jumps and stuff. Okay. Something as simple as just putting a rear bar on ended up messing up one of my builds. So here I tried putting in a 1x4 and it didn't like meshing together, so I ended up taking that out. Better change the colour of these. Nice black. The other thing is that the car, it tips over very, very easily, so it is very much a rock crawler, not for any high speed sort of turning, but just to mitigate some of the excessive weight or excessive lean, put in a little gyro, nothing too crazy. Gyro, and figure. Oh. 4 strength might be enough. Okay, now put in whereabouts is here. Angle sensor. Figure connected to the gyro. Bring this down to about 70 should be pretty good. So we want it on the outside, so we don't want to trigger it while it's in the blue zone here. We want to trigger the gyro when it's outside, and we're going to normalise. Not sure what triggered the difference is, but normalise is the only one that seems to work. Gyro's around the wrong way. At least, I think. You can increase the strength of that however you like. Alright. So, go in here and configure. Put the strength up a little bit more. So now, pretty much do 2-wheeled driving any way you want. Not that that's going to be all that handy. But yeah, this is pretty much the end of the build. Hope you guys enjoyed or learnt something new from the suspension setup. Yeah, this is a pretty fun little build. And it doesn't have too many issues, just yeah, loading in. Sometimes the side, it's a bit of guess and checking with having the sides of the car come in. But yeah, it's pretty much all that, just to get the little fenders sticking out, just to add a little bit of extra detail on the car. Alright, well, enjoy the rest of your day.